Hello everyone, my name is Keely. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to talk about the 10 shortest books on my physical TBR. So I have around 200 books on my physical TBR, but these are the 10 shortest of them, and I'm going to go based on what Goodreads says for the page count, so I might have a different edition than what's on Goodreads, but I am following what Goodreads says. So let's start out at number 10, and that is Five Total Strangers by Natalie D. Richards. Now this is a young adult thriller, and I have loved Natalie D. Richards in the past, so I just feel like I'm going to love this one as well. Not to mention it is obviously a snowy setting, which is perfect for a thriller. I don't know too much about it, I just know that it is a snowy setting, and it also says she never should have accepted that ride. So that sounds ominous, it sounds great, and Natalie D. Richards books just fly by, and the fact that this is short would make it an even quicker read, and Goodreads says this one is 302 pages. Coming in at number 9, we have Blood Countess by Lana Popovich, and this is just under 300 pages at 293 pages, and this is book 1 in the Lady Slayers series. And the reason that I bought this and I'm interested in it is because it is a vampire book. This is the first book in a new vampire series. I don't know how many there's going to be, I don't know if there's any more out right now, but I just know that when I saw this on a vampire list, I was like, yes, add to cart, I need that. And I don't know the specifics of it, all I need to know is vampires, but yes, this is a short one, so that's really interesting, but I feel like it's going to be really fast-paced and action-packed. Coming in at number 8, we have Unmasked by Paul Holes. This is a memoir, I believe, and it says My Life Solving America's Cold Cases. So Paul Holes, I believe, is a detective, and so this is all about the cases that he has solved over his career, and so I feel like it's going to be really, really fascinating. So this book comes in at 288 pages, so I feel like it's going to be very quick, and because it is talking about crime cases, I feel like it'll probably be really gripping as well. Coming in at number 7, also with 288 pages, is Coven by Jennifer Dugan and Kit Seaton, and this is a newer book that I have acquired. I was sent this by Penguin Teen, so thank you so much, and it is actually a graphic novel, which is really cool, and I believe this is a witchy graphic novel. You can tell by the title Coven that it's probably going to involve witches. Also, because it is a graphic novel, it is probably going to read very quickly, and it is only 288 pages, so it should be a quick read. And book number 6 is also 288 pages, and that is Together Apart, and this is 9 short stories that is edited by Aaron A. Craig. It says 9 romantic stories about finding love in unexpected places during an unprecedented time. So I think these are short stories set during the pandemic, actually, which will be really interesting to read and see how different authors have experienced this, and just to see love stories happen during that. The reason that I have this is because it is edited by Aaron A. Craig, who is the author of House of Salt and Sorrows, which is one of my favorite books, and so I'm on a mission to read everything she has her hands on. Alright, we are moving into the top 5, and in the 5th position is Find Me by Anne Fraser. This is book 1. I don't know if this is a series or just a duology, but it is a serial killer series. Duology? One of those. It is about serial killers. That's all I need to know about it, and also how cool is this cover with the crow on it. But this book has 282 pages. And coming in at number 4 is The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. This has 272 pages, and from what I know of this, I believe it's either a thriller or a horror. I believe this family lives in this cabin, and one day this man shows up and says none of what is about to happen is your fault. And I think it's like kind of a survival story from there. I've heard great things about Paul Tremblay, and I am so interested in so many of his books, but I think this will be the first one of his that I pick up. And down to the final 3, coming in at number 3 is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. This is part of the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. This is like the novella after the 3rd book. And I haven't read any of the books so far. I'm really, really scared because they do follow Fae, and I hate Fae with a fiery passion in my heart and soul. So I'm really scared, but I am planning on vlogging each book individually to show my experience and to just talk about it with people, because I think it's honestly going to be kind of hilarious reading these. And because this one is just a novella, it is 229 pages. And coming in at the 2nd position, we have Miss Peregrine's Museum of Wonders by Ransom Riggs. Now, this is actually like a guide to the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, and so this book is written as if Miss Alma Peregrine wrote it herself, so there are annotations and pictures throughout the book. It is a very stunning book. I haven't read the entire series, and so I'm looking forward to reading this one and just kind of getting an insider preview of the entire series. And this book has 221 pages. And coming in at number 1, my shortest book on my physical TBR is Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King. Now let me tell you, I had to cheat a little bit on this list because I own a lot of physical copies of Stephen King's short stories. So if I had truly put all of my shortest physical TBR books on this list, most of them would have been Stephen King. So what I did was I chose the absolute shortest book I owned, and then I skipped all the other Stephen King books and then went from there, and that's how I found this list. But the shortest physical book of Stephen King's that I own is this one, and I believe this one has 144 pages. I'm not going to read what it's about. I know that Shawshank Redemption is a movie and that it's very popular, but I've never seen it, so I have no idea what this is about. I'm assuming that it's horror because that's Stephen King's genre wheelhouse, although he does write outside of it sometimes. But this does look like it has a pickaxe on it, so that might be horror. So those are the shortest books on my physical TBR. I also have a video like this for the longest books on my physical TBR, so I will leave that linked down below if you are interested in finding out my longest books that I own and if I will ever get to them. But yes, shortest books, I feel like I should get to them quickly because they will read pretty quickly. There are a few on here that I'm nervous about, like the Sarah J Maas one. I just feel like I'm not gonna like that series, but I feel like it'll be a fun time when I'm vlogging it. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you have made it this far in the video, it is a short video, just like these short books. Go ahead and leave the axe emoji because of my shortest book that I own. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, all my social media links will be down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!